quick little video showing the Insta360 X3 action camera working with Cardo Spirit. I don't think it works with the X2. I do believe it works with the X4 and then the nicer Cardo comm systems. I think they just work natively, but in this case X3 is working with the Spirit, which is the cheapest version of Cardo, so it should work with anything above this. But the way it works is you get these turned on. Originally you need AirPods, so then the X3 hooks up to the AirPods, and then you want the Cardo in pairing mode, and when you connect to the AirPods you delete them, and then while the Cardo Spirit is still in pairing mode, when the AirPods are deleted, it automatically connects to the Cardo Spirit because it is in still active pairing mode, and something about it makes it so it still connects and works. Sometimes it's a little finicky on if it connects and when it connects and how. So right now it's not connecting. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. I got kind of a crappy angle. Let's see if I can. There. So yeah, it says connect and it says connection failed. So then I'm gonna go back and then I'm gonna try again. Sometimes when I come out of it, that's what it wanted. There it goes, connected. So yeah, now if you go back, it looks like AirPods are connected to it. That's a little blue icon down there. So yeah, the Insta360 X3 with Cardo Spirit. We'll do a demo video showing the quality of it, but yeah, that's how it's connected. And if you look up there, little AirPods, this is technically the AirPods right now. So the audio from the Cardo microphone, the Cardo Spirit microphone, will be what's being used for the audio in the video of the X3. So yeah, we'll show a video of that next.
Alright, here's the demo ride of the audio being recorded from the Cardo Spirit into the Insta360 X3. So there's the engine on. Let's go for a quick little lap around campus. And maybe not campus, maybe we'll get some higher engine sounds. I see a biker up here. I don't think I'm going to follow him. I think I'm going to go down this back way. Hopefully I can beat this car. Yeah, we good. Then I go. And yeah. So, yeah, once again, this is the Insta360 X3 action camera working with Cardo Spirit. So, in theory, it should work with everything above Cardo Spirit. So if you have a Cardo Spirit HD or Edge, Freecom, I don't know what they're all called, actually. So, just anything above Cardo Spirit, you're probably fine. And if you have X4 and nicer Cardos, I believe that just works natively. I might have mentioned that already, but just a reminder. So yeah, I already tested this one time or a couple times, and the audio does work. It works good. The biggest reason I got Cardo Spirit Duo, two of them, was so I could talk with my daughter Mowgli when she rides with me back here. And that's one of the best case scenarios to use it, is when you have a passenger, there's not much distance between you. There is a limited range with Cardo Spirit, so it's good enough. But if you get too far apart, you get lost, you're gonna have to call each other. But in my case, my daughter is just strapped to me, and it works great. We can also listen to music together. We can make phone calls together. But yeah, it's just nice being able to talk with her. She sees something on the side, notices something funny, she's got a story to say, she can just talk to me. I love it. It makes riding around the motorcycle with her that much better, being able to communicate with her. And I'll be able to get some good audio and video soon enough. I did find an alternative, because the thing is, when you use Cardo Spirit and you link up to the Insta360 X3, you can't record both Cardos. You can only record the main one. And another alternative I tried was I disconnected the speakers to my Cardo, and then I tried recording with an audio recorder, so it was basically picking up everything that my headphones were hearing. But then I realized something that made sense, is the headphones only hear the other person. So when you record With two Cardo Spirits in the X3, it only records when you record with an audio recorder, it only records the other person because you're not actually monitoring your own voice. You can just hear it just on your own. So your headphones don't actually record, or your headphones or speakers in your Cardo Spirit don't actually play what you're saying. So you either record one Cardo Spirit or the other, which is fine because Cardo Spirit is the budget version of Cardo. And you have to know that when you get it, you're not going to get all the big features from the nicer ones. But if you're looking to just ride around with a passenger, be able to communicate with them, solid, especially for the price. You want to be able to do moto vlogs where it's just you and Insta360 X3. This is perfect. This is going to be how I use it the most, is just doing little vlogs by myself. I'm using the boom mic instead of the little wired microphone. The boom mic, it kind of sits a little weird under my lip, in between my bottom lip and chin. So it's not comfortable, but it's not bad. And it works way better than the little wired microphone. The little wired one, where I was putting it, I didn't set it up permanently, so where I was putting it, it was just inconvenient. It was scratching me, the Velcro was just not comfortable. And then I didn't think this one would work, the boom mic, because it's more meant for modular helmets, but it does work okay as long as you can tolerate this little thing sitting on your bottom lip, under your bottom lip. It's fine. It's not that painful, it's just you can feel it. So if you get annoyed by things like that easily, yeah, that's not going to work for you. And also, if the audio is a little muffled or distorted, or it sounds windy, you can hear the bike a lot or whatever, I would say it's more my helmet than it is the microphone or anything, because my helmet is not high quality. It's fine. I got a helmet. It's doing what it needs to do, but eventually I am going to upgrade to a better helmet, safer helmet, more soundproof, all that good stuff that comes with nicer stuff, you know. It's just going to be better. But yeah, now we're going about 45 miles per hour. We're going 50. So this gives you a good idea of the volumes that you can work with. So we're doing about 55. So this is about highway speeds. So if you were going to be doing highway moto vlogs, that gives you an idea of the volume of the recording, the volume of the bike, maybe the wind and everything. And once again, if you have a nicer helmet, it's going to sound amazing, probably, because I have a cheap helmet. And that's probably the worst of my gear. The Insta X3 is fantastic. It's a great camera. Cardo Spirit is everything I need it to be. The one thing that I can't do with it, but that's just on me, is I can't record two Cardo Spirit audio recordings. So right now I'm doing a little hack with two wireless microphones that plug in to my phone, and I can record both of them into a voice memo recording, pretty small file, and I do record both microphones. So the thing with that is I'll have to sync up the audio recording with the video, which is fine, and even more fun because you never really see my face. It doesn't really have to sync up that well. But that's been the only thing I haven't been able to do, which is not a big deal because most of the time I'll be doing this by myself, but I do want to get some videos of our conversations while we're riding around. And right now I have to do a little hack to do that. If I had a nicer Cardo, I could easily do that. But for now, this works great. I highly recommend it. It's the Insta360 X3 action camera with Cardo Spirit. Once again, Cardo Spirit is the budget Cardo, and I don't think there's really anything to complain about. If you understand that you're getting their most budget-friendly one, then you can't really complain that it can't do this, it can't do that. The speakers are just not going to be that great in most things. The nicer Cardos do come with the ability to be able to upgrade to some JBL speakers or something. I don't know, but honestly, if you're going to be trying to listen to music loud and awesome, I would just say put on some headphones. And with Cardo Spirit, the speakers are just plugged in through aux cable, so you could just use regular headphones as your speakers and then use the microphone that's built in with the Cardo, whichever microphone you choose. But as far as quality of recording, how it sits and everything, I would recommend the little boom microphone, not the wired one. And maybe your helmet will make it sit a little better, especially if you have a modular helmet. But in my case, it's not so bothersome. We're going down Welch on campus. I guess this is not technically campus, but we call this campus Iowa State University in Ames, Iowa. But yeah, it's probably not going to be the best quality video right now. It's getting darker and I have it on auto mode. I think when it gets a little darker, you want it set to some sort of manual setting that is better for the lighting, but not going to worry about that. This was mostly to demonstrate that it does work. The X3 does work with Cardo Spirit. A couple bikers over there, but it is a lovely night to ride. I'll probably go back out riding Finding Nemo. What's up, man? I see that guy all the time. Hopefully we get good video of him. When you ride motorcycle and you have some cool thing like that, some cool helmet, some cool backpack, obviously a cool bike, you kind of stand out. Bikes are just cool. If you have some sort of identity, it adds to the cool. Once we get going, we'll finish out this little demo video, closing thoughts of it. This guy's not wanting to go, so I'll go. I'm not sure if he could go, but I like to make decisions pretty quickly on the bike. If you're questioning whether you're going to go or not, I've already decided that I'm gone, so I just kind of decide for us that I'll go first. You have time to figure out whatever you want to do. But yeah, a couple blocks away, so final thoughts are, like I said, if you're just trying to use this for moto vlogging, fantastic. If you're trying to get multiple recordings with the camera, it'll still work great. You just got to do some workarounds to get all the audio recordings recorded. Particularly, I'm just talking specifically about 360 X3 with Cardo Spirit. The nicer, the X4 and the nicer Cardos just work, so that's not going to apply to you. In this case, I'm just talking specifically about 360 X3 with Cardo Spirit. So moto vlogging works great. Communicating with a passenger works great. You can share music, you can share phone calls, but if you really want music, put some headphones on. You want a simpler way to be able to record audio into your camera, probably nicer camera, nicer Cardo, nicer comm system. But as far as budget goes, and maybe you can even do cheaper, maybe you can do a different camera, but they're probably going to be doing the Insta360 X5 soon. The X4 is solid, it works natively with the nicer Cardos, but yeah, in this case, just demonstrating that Insta360 X3 works with Cardo Spirit. So there it is.